Oh no, we didn't start the recording!
Oh, I'm really humbled. It's actually the first time I hear about that.
Because humor, I think, is super important. I think it's one of the main ingredients for a good learning environment.
Oh my god! You can do it! You can do it! You can do it! You can do it!
We learn this is the process, right? And I learned that this is okay to be not okay, right?
Yeah.
Whatever happens, you are gonna be fine. You are gonna be fine.
We are human.
Hello everyone! Welcome
Hello.
back to another episode of Between Classes. You know, the podcast made by students for the students and everyone else that also wants to hear and listen and look. Yeah, we're really happy to be here again today. And today it's
A very, very special episode.
special day, yes. This will be our 12th episode, which means that we've been doing this for a year.
1 year.
Like,
We're officially 1 year older, this podcast channel. I mean, we still look great, don't worry.
are you inferring something else?
No.
No, I think it's crazy that we are already in the 12th episode, like
I
a
mean,
year.
yeah, 1 year we had an idea to do this podcast and we had no idea what we'd be doing when we
Yeah.
first started. We just said, hey, I think we're interested in doing a podcast. And now here we are after, meeting with professors and meeting with, other students and people from other parts of the region.
university, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been it's been a crazy adventure and I'm happy to continue it. I mean, what about you?
I'm so happy that we've got this far. I didn't believe that we were gonna even really start the podcast. It was just an idea and we were like, yeah, why not? Let's just try and see where it goes. And look, now this is the 12th episode. A whole year of doing actually what we like, because
So we noticed that no one sent any birthday cards, but we'll check our inbox later. And if there's a cake that's coming at some point, we'll look out for it. But in celebration of our first birthday, I think that we are going to, have a little bit of a special behind the scenes kind of episode where we talk about, what goes into making the podcast, how we work with this podcast while we're also studying.
and doing other things too.
Yeah, some highlights and then what we've learned as well. So
course.
to do something a little bit different today, we're actually going to take you on a physical tour throughout our studio. So
And
let me pull up our little camera.
And don't worry, we'll try to keep talking the whole time and describing, so also our listeners on Spotify can know what we're doing now.
Okay.
So this is gonna be fun.
Can't even flip the camera.
Okay.
But hello.
Hi, it's me.
We have a bunch of people in the studio.
Yeah, a bunch
Hello.
of people.
But this is our podcast studio.
Yeah.
Here we have the couches that we so comfortably sit on. We have our little panel where we record the audio. So, Claudia, you want to walk us through this little panel?
Okay, so in the panel, basically, you can see this is mic 1, mic 2, which are the two mics that we find here. And this huge red button is red because we press it to record. When it's not red, it means it's not recording our voices, which has happened already to us several times.
A few times,
A few times. And then, yeah, the rest is if we have more microphones, which we don't. And also here we have some sound effects, but we will not touch them because we're not sure if then we hear it all the time or not.
Yeah,
So-
if you just hear the sound of a rooster.
Yeah, so just in case we will not experiment so much with them. We are also kind of still new to all of this.
And you can see all the green bars going up and down whenever we speak into the microphone. So louder or quieter.
And so on, yeah. And basically it says the minutes also, how long have we been recording, and so on. And of course, here's also one of our guests that he's always there and the other one is always there. We try to make it fun for you guys to try to guess where they are, but apparently nobody notices. So
we
now,
try to move them throughout the
we
studio.
try to put them in different. We have a plant.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a real plant, but it's our plant. Also, we have some more decorations going on here. We have the lights, the background, and
I mean, yeah, here is the main camera we usually have. We sometimes use a phone, or we use the camera that our boss Ioana has provided today. Thank you very much.
yeah,
You can see the magic here.
going on.
Blurry.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then
And-
also we have a little bit of an editing studio back here with some PCs, or we also sometimes edit on my laptop as well using DaVinci
Here.
Pro, my laptop, yeah. The old workhorse that's dying every day.
Also, we have more sleepers in case that we have guests that want to use sleepers. I love using sleepers. I'm the only one who uses them. I'm happy with that. And yeah, normally, also we have this director chair in case that we have
we
also
forgot
guests.
the makeup studio over
Oh,
here.
and
as
the
well.
makeup studio.
The
Makeup
glamour studio.
Yeah, just in case we are too shiny or that we want to see each other, like, no, in the mirror. And yeah, we.
I had to add some powder on earlier because my face was very shiny.
I was like, Sophie, you're a bit shiny, just a bit shiny.
But yeah.
And yeah, this is where
We
basically.
also, set up the lights. We have some remotes for the back panels back there, and then Ioana helps us with these big lights on the floor.
Yeah,
It's a lot of equipment that goes into it, but we're making do.
it's how it is. But
And
it's
also, let me
fun.
just say, it does get warm in here. It does get a little bit hot.
We have to open the window every time, which the window is actually over there. You cannot see it, but it's that curtain. And the window back there is open. So it's actually quite fresh today,
Yeah.
which is nice.
So we try to warn guests if they come down, maybe don't wear a sweater.
Yeah, because you will melt, literally melt. We made the mistakes the first few times that we were here. We made the mistake of putting too many clothes, and we were sweating at the end of it.
And so we usually just edit. We take out the SD card from the audio panel, and then we have to put that into our computer, and we have to edit the audio and video files and kind of sync it up, stitch it together, so we get a nice, full, complete episode.
Exactly. Yeah.
And usually it takes, I don't know, a day, 2 days.
Or so. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Editing, I think, is the hardest part of it all. And Sophie does a great job also doing
I
it.
try my best.
She does
I
a
try.
great job.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I think that as my skills are improving a bit, I just, there's some things that are still a bit annoying. Like sometimes when I have to stitch together the audio files, it doesn't automatically sync up. So I have to manually make sure
Yeah.
it's synced up.
True. Yeah. And also we are hidden in the cellar of the.
Oh yeah, if you don't even know
of
where
the
this is
university.
actually in the basement floor of the south side of the school. So if you go downstairs, you'll find a room where it maybe has a red light over it.
Yeah.
So if it's red, don't come in because
Don't come in,
someone,
please.
maybe us, is recording an episode.
So you can maybe wait and hear if we stop talking, and then you can maybe come in and knock the door. But yeah.
Yeah, but if you're curious to check it out, you can always email the school to ask
Yeah.
if you want to reserve the studio yourself for something, or
you're
if
a
you want to
student, yeah.
record something for TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah, everybody can use this room as long as you're a student or a teacher of the university. So everybody can use it, and so you're all also invited.
So I'm gonna get off this little garage camera. So bye.
Bye.
Back to the main camera.
Yay! That was fun.
So, I mean, how are you feeling about this being a year after us starting?
It doesn't feel like a year, honestly.
No.
It doesn't. Time has passed so fast.
I mean, I kind of put together the dots I was thinking about the other day, like, wait, has it been a year? It's like, that's the 12th episode. We do it monthly, so...
Yeah.
But
Yes.
yeah, I was like, oh, wait, it's our birthday. Never mind.
It's really funny because time just really has passed so fast that I'm like, that's crazy that this is already the 12th episode. It seems like it was yesterday that we started it. It seems like really yesterday. Like it's like this. We barely started it. What do you mean the 12th episode? And in part, I'm happy that the time
Yeah.
has passed this fast because,
I think we've learned, we've grown,
Yeah.
obviously.
of course, I think we have learned a lot. We have evolved, and this is also for our studies a really good practice. Because we're studying digital marketing and sales, and this is basically a lot has to do with marketing and how do we manage also the social media, how do we manage the episode per se and so on.
But I mean, all of this couldn't have been possible without, you know, our boss who supported us in this. So we're actually going to invite her to the couch with us to have a little bit of an interview. So
Yay.
Joanna, can you come join us, please? I will make some room for you on the couch real quick.
Just check that all the angles still work.
Sorry.
No worry.
Nah.
Joanna is our helper with the cameras and the angles.
She works in
and
the marketing department, and then she is also helping us with, you know, the videography of the podcast sometimes. She helps with the cameras. She helps with setting up the equipment. You know, she made a lot of this possible for us.
yes. So now we welcome her with a warm applause.
Yay.
So, hello.
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and I will just
Take off
take off these headphones because I'm only listening to your clip-on mics
Yeah.
through that.
just hearing us just breathing.
Oh God, no! Hopefully not.
No. Do you need your notes?
No,
No, it's
we,
okay.
we have them.
It was just for the intro. I think I
Yeah.
was like trying to remember what I wanted to say. Okay. But yes, so Joanna, we came to you one day, you know, a year ago to say, hey, we're interested in maybe doing a podcast. You know, what can we do? I remember I set up a Teams call with you to ask, like, what equipment do we need? How can we do this? I know maybe you guys have your own podcast channels. So, you know, why did you decide to take a chance on us?
Thank you so much.
Yes. I was very, in a good position, so to say, that you asked me or us in marketing in general, because as you might know, we have had a podcast before from FH. It was called FH Talk. I think it started out just when I started working at FH in February 2022. I was scrolling through YouTube just yesterday and to remember a bit how the process was back then. And it was actually like the first episode when I joined the marketing team that we produced. And then we had, I don't remember how many episodes, but I think also maybe 10 to 15. And then we stopped producing the podcast because it was a question of resources in our team. Because, some colleagues left, some came, and we just switched priorities, so to say. And then we had no podcast back then. It was quite a year ago. And I didn't expect that students would come from their own and ask if they can produce a podcast, and also one that is very valuable for the FH in general. And so I was the lucky one that you asked us.
We're all lucky.
Yeah, we're really happy that it went like that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was thinking of how it could be, and it turned out that it was better than I could have ever imagined.
Your words, not
Thank you so
But
much.
thank you. Yes, we appreciate
Yeah.
it. Saying, I remember our call. You saying that like we had done podcasts in the past, but maybe like I don't know if it will be popular or not. You could try it if you want. But I was happy that you offering your support to us as well. That we could see how it goes. Stumble and fall and see if we got to keep walking.
Because we actually before this we had no experience with anything related to podcasts or so on. So we were like, okay, we have this great idea. Great. We have this idea, but we have no idea how to do it. So it was really, really, really helpful that you actually helped us. So I think that brings us to also the other question that we prepared is that why did you decide then to support us, to help us and guide us through this process?
Maybe I always like to try out new things, and especially working with students. I made the experience that is very rewarding for the students and also for us from FH in general, from marketing, whatever, for doing kind of advertisement in general for study programs for general topics concerning students. And I made the experience already in the past that working with students makes my life better at work because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and we always get new perspectives through the eyes of the students. And I also always say to my colleagues, whoever it is, if it's professors, lecturers, colleagues in marketing, whoever, that we need to ask the students what they would like to see to really make good promotional material that doesn't feel like it's promotional material, but that catches somehow the attention of a possible future student. And that's why I had no doubts that it would be a good idea to try it. And then I remember we recorded the first episode and I joined you and showed you like kind of the technical stuff behind it.
Yes, hoping that we were going to understand all of it and remember everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's not super difficult. I mean, you need to know the basics.
Of course.
But then if no one comes here and messes up everything, then it should stay like it is.
We should be able to find everything again.
Yeah, true. And yeah, when I remember we were down here and set up everything and then you started talking and my more of like not a concern, but a thought that I had was like, can you retain like talking for 30 or 40 minutes? And after recording the first episode, I had no doubts anymore because I have never heard any hosts like they recorded their first podcast and they were like talking. So I have good preconditions because you're very talkative.
Yeah,
It's
we
nice.
do talk a lot. I also talk a lot.
It's helpful. We need that.
And I'm also a bit worried sometimes because I'm like, am I too loud?
No.
Am I too loud?
I'm just like editing the podcast with Claudia's mic.
Claudia,
Lower the level.
New thing, but yeah, I think that, you know,
Yeah.
supporting students for doing this stuff, it's really nice, and I'm
Yeah.
happy that we get to work with you on this, and we get to, you know, get some skills, get some valuable,
knowledge.
you know, communication skills and also video editing skills. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying doing this as well,
We
I
have
think-
a lot of fun.
and yeah, we're not short on content.
No.
Yeah, again, editing every episode is like, oh, we have 40 minutes more.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make that a little
A
shorter.
little shorter, yeah. Yeah, I think this brings us to the third question. That is,
So I guess since we started, you know, a year ago, how have you seen our podcast evolve since then? Has anything kind of changed majorly or minorly, or has it been more or less the same?
I thought my answer would be to that question. So I thought I would say yes and no. Because as I said from the first episode on, I thought you wouldn't have any problems with the talking part. Anyways, yeah, maybe I thought a challenge could be to finding new topics all the time. Because if you like try to make it the topics general, then maybe you would get to a point that you say, okay, I don't know what to talk anymore
Right.
about. But also I think with the idea to sometimes inviting guests is a very good approach. And yeah, I mean, I would say from the second episode on, you already managed everything on your own. I thought maybe I would have to like support somehow at the process, in the editing, but I didn't have to. I was like, how is this possible?
They're just too good.
oh my god. Want to see down the window.
No, but it's really, I also tell my colleagues, because they always think it's super difficult to do all this process with students in general, and they say it's not. I made the experience, but it's not always the same. But yeah, I thought, like with your editing, and you never had any questions, and I never saw anything that you could like, maybe we could like add some titles, add some keywords or something in the episodes, but it's not necessary. Because in general it was supposed to be a podcast. Now it's more like the video podcast thing, I would say. because I don't know what are the numbers of your Spotify account.
I know they're lower than our YouTube account for sure, but I knew I wanted to also do like a video podcast
Yeah.
because it's much more, I think, popular.
Engaging, yeah.
If more people want to actually watch podcasts than listen to them, because I also follow another YouTube channel where they
Yeah.
do a podcast, and most people are watching it as opposed
Yeah.
to listening to it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think it's nice to have that visual element, especially since we can do goofy things on screen and you can see us. Especially like doing the game shows as well.
Oh, that's so fun. The game shows are so fun. But what I wanted to say is that I think also a key thing is that you gave us also the trust that we could do
Yeah.
it by ourselves. Because I think maybe if we would have had a supervisor that would have been more like, oh, are you sure that you're doing everything correctly, and so and so and so, I think it would have been a bit more stressful for us, honestly. So I think that giving us the trust that we can do it by ourselves, it was a big help, and it was a really
Definitely.
important thing of why it has worked also so well. So
Just being very open to our ideas and more just offering support to the ideas we
Yeah.
have instead of, I guess, trying to change the idea.
and also, as I said, just giving us the confidence that we can do it. So I think that's also why it works so well.
Yeah, this was the most important part for me from the beginning on, because I come from the era where I grew up with YouTube, and I watched so many YouTubers like Rezo, like Julian Bam, like shout outs to all of them, because I always wanted to become like these YouTubers, and I also always saw they were like very trying out new stuff and not thinking about rules that much.
Right.
I mean, some rules are good, but you have them, you have the good basics, and in that way of having some rules, you can experiment and try out everything.
Yeah.
And at least, I also don't need to check the episodes afterwards, because I can be sure that you're prepared for recording, and then you do the editing, and you know what you have to think about in the editing as well. And that nothing is too political or nothing is harmful for FH in general.
Of course.
So, I trust. So,
Saying, like Captain Barbosa says from Pirates of the Caribbean, the rules are more like guidelines.
Guidelines.
yeah, true.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So the last question is, what is your favorite episode so far?
Good
A
question.
loaded question.
Loaded question.
You're supposed to say all of them, right?
Yeah, true.
No. She's fine, right? Right?
So we'll take this to heart, don't worry.
Yeah, I tried to watch through everyone. I think there are at least one or two that I haven't watched in total. But from the ones that I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But in general, I would say, I thought about the one where you interviewed some guests, because I think Dietmar Sternert was guest in your podcast.
Yeah, so the interviewing the lecturers.
Yeah, this one I liked because I never recorded something with Dietmar Sternert before, and I thought he was very charismatic.
Very charismatic.
Yeah, he is.
I
he
remember
is.
the first time you met him, he like stood on our desks.
Yeah.
Talking to the class. I was like, he's a good candidate to be on
Yeah.
the podcast for sure.
And he was like, I am so shy on cameras, like so worried about cameras. I was like, it's gonna be fine. It's relaxed. And he was like, yeah.
I mean, something I felt very like honored by. He said he like
Yeah.
never would do these kind of things. He never like does like the podcast recordings, doesn't really do social
Yeah.
media stuff. And he said like, but I heard this was a student initiative, and I was like, I have to help them out. I have to go on the podcast
Yeah.
episode. So I felt happy that he wanted to
Yeah,
support
it was
us
really
as well.
it was really flattering, honestly. So yeah.
Yeah, that is great. And I also I liked every episode, but besides that, because it was very entertaining, also the quiz show.
The
Elements.
Oh, that was
very
so fun to do. It was so fun.
Me
I
too.
was wondering, how the quiz was gonna go. I was like, I don't want to embarrass myself and be like, I know nothing. Especially since some of the questions were about our program, and I was like, if I don't know the answers to the program, I'm gonna look really bad to my program director.
Yeah, it was. It was really fun. It was really, really fun. I think.
And it was a nice, unique environment.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and I've had so much fun doing it. I was like, I have to know this.
It was nerve-wracking doing the sales pitch for that.
Yeah, that
we
was
had to make the
nerve-wracking.
final sales pitch, and
Yeah.
I was like, I get to go last, which is nice, but I need time to think still.
It was horrible. Oh god. And on the pop quiz, like on the culture, like the just general pop knowledge,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know this. What's this?
I mean, to be fair, I felt that like some of the questions were very like American,
Very American
Americanized.
a
You could say
bit.
like, you know, most Americans maybe would know the answer,
Yeah.
and others maybe wouldn't know as
Yeah.
much. So I had the unfair advantage, maybe.
Yeah, you did a bit. But that's just my competitive side.
We'll have a part 3 quiz show, revenge,
Revenge.
revenge of non-American questions.
We should also invite like professors or something.
Oh, that could be
A
so
quiz,
fun.
yeah, a professor game show.
That could be so fun.
Questions made by students or something.
We'll keep that in our minds.
Back pocket.
Very Gen Alpha questions.
Yeah. Oh my
Gen
god.
Alpha quiz.
We don't know those either. We're not Gen Alpha.
What does 6, 7 mean? I don't know.
Yeah, these kinds of questions I meant, yeah.
Okay. Oh
That would be really funny.
no. That would be hilarious though.
I think we have to do that one, honestly.
Yeah. Now we have it in our minds. Okay.
But those are the questions we have for you, Joanna. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joanna,
Again,
for
for
coming.
all your support and
Yeah.
everything you've done for us.
Yes.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank you.
for inviting me and
Yeah. No worries. Thank
for
you.
taking some work away from me.
We're
That is a
happy
good
to
thing.
do that. We're happy to do that.
Hey, the money's good. I'm kidding.
At least a bit.
But I think now we can talk a little bit more about like our own highlights, what we think that we enjoyed from the podcast episodes we've done. What are some moments that we enjoyed, or what are some episodes that we really enjoyed? Because I mean, I agree, the game shows were really fun to do.
Yeah.
I think another one personally for me was one of the last episodes we did about the global news,
Yeah.
because I think
True.
that one was a very like emotional and impactful episode, and it was nice to hear
Yeah.
people's honest opinions about how they feel things are going on and how they're managing studying while also, you know, dealing with, you know, news that are affecting their family, news that are
Yeah.
affecting their home countries, and I think that was something that was special.
Yeah, that was a really deep episode in that sense. I think in my highlights, beside the quiz, the game shows, was also one of the first episodes. I think it was also that we talked about our childhood and so on. I think that was so fun to do. I loved
was
that.
fun
I
too.
loved doing that one and talking about our the different
Nostalgia.
shows. Yeah, that we watched when we were kids, and also the difference between Austria and Cuba in my case, for example, in the shows, and also how late
was
internet
popular.
or how soon internet was introduced. Also in
Yeah, it was interesting getting different perspectives on that as
yeah.
well.
So for me, that was a highlight too. And
We were
yeah.
talking about nostalgia today before
Yeah.
the episode, talking about a show, Fish Hooks,
yeah.
making videos with the audio from that.
Yeah, and that's really funny because those I didn't see them in Cuba though. Those I see them when I was living in other countries, and I was like, "Whoa, that's unlocking some memories." of seeing that in Disney XD, and I was like, "What's this? This is so
you're like,
cool!"
is that Disney XD?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Disney XD. I was like, "What is this? This is so cool!" Because then you had like the Disney Channel, and then Disney XD, and then Nickelodeon, and that was also new for me. And I was like, "This is so cool!" So yeah, that was actually really fun.
I think also just like some moments that were highlights maybe. I think just in general, like learning how to actually edit the videos and not having to constantly look things up. I was
Yeah.
just more like, okay, I understand what I need to do now, and I just need to get it to upload. The biggest struggle, obviously, is just my computer not dying because it has a limited storage, and it's just like, it's like it sounds like a steam engine going off when I'm on it.
Not mine honestly cannot support that. Mine is like, what's this? What are you trying to do? Hell no. Like, girl, no, please get away this from me. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, please do something.
Yeah.
I think also the professor episodes were also great. Of like, we had Stefan Dreisibner on here.
Yeah.
He was so charismatic
Yeah.
and so bubbly, and it was so nice to see him like open up after talking with him.
Yeah, it was really fun also, the episodes with the teachers. And yeah, I think also how learning how to manage school, work, the podcast, and our personal lives, also how to manage all of that at the same time that we're doing this. It was also tricky, and it was also a highlight of how we still managed to do it and so on, and not turn crazy in the way.
So obviously we're doing this, on our own time and our own schedules, and so we have to fit in, recording and editing and planning all within our university schedules as well. So if we have finals, if we have projects, if we have homework, we still are also doing this on the side. So that can be overwhelming at times.
A bit, yeah.
I could say currently, like, I look at my calendar, and my calendar is like blocked out the entire days, like this week, and it's just very busy. So obviously there's the challenges of making sure you can balance your time and remaining flexible, remaining agile. And I know obviously some things don't always go according to plan. Like if you're trying to schedule something and someone that you're going to have on the podcast drops out, and you have to reschedule from there. And like obviously I message you to say like, please bear with me. We need to change to another day.
Yeah, and
So
normally it works out, and it's just of course a bit tricky, and you can see when we are a bit stressed because we always talk about our test or how was
what
the
were the last themes of the
test.
episodes?
Yeah.
Stress, overwhelm, burnout.
Exactly, so you can notice by our podcast how are we feeling with school.
But I think that's part of the podcast.
Exactly.
We just let this be like an honest space to talk about
Exactly.
what's going on. We don't just have to sugarcoat everything. We can say that we are feeling overwhelmed. We are feeling burnt out. And obviously right now we are feeling a bit stressed, but we move forward. And we're still, working on this. We're still excited to be doing this, and we have to celebrate because we're doing this for a year.
Yeah, exactly, and it's a celebration and something to, I think, remarkable that we have been able to do it this far, and that we have been able to do it good enough that it's that people see it and listen to it, and that you support us and so on. So that's also I think remarkable and highlight.
I mean, how are you managing with your schedule and also doing the podcast?
I survive.
I will survive.
Some days more than others, honestly. Some days we are like really, really busy with school. And I'm telling you, like, we do have to do this though. We have to record this. We need to plan it because so that we can not stress so much about it and so on. So it's
easy to maybe put something off for a little bit because you're like, okay, I'm so busy with class right now. I have so many things to go on, and this is at the back of your mind. But then yes, it's important that you tell me like, okay, hey, we need to schedule the podcast so it doesn't fall off the calendar.
Exactly. So, and what do you think? How do you feel so far with it? And
I mean, obviously, as you said, some months can be a bit more challenging than others. Sometimes we have more time, so it's easier to block out time and plan in advance. And other times it's a bit more like making sure we can fit it into this tight frame and making sure that we can plan beforehand. And maybe it's even like reading through my notes, on the way to the school, making sure I have it ready to go. But I think that, right now it's working still.
it does.
And I think I'm still grateful that it is working.
Yeah, for
So,
sure. I think, in the future it's gonna keep being a bit like this. That
Do we read as being stressed or overwhelmed in the episodes?
Not really, to be honest.
okay.
We're
We
carrying
try.
ourselves well. We
try.
keep it internal.
Just smile for the camera. Smile.
But I think, it's good to have this with also our school, because we have this as, you know, future career, you know, skills, future opportunities, the ways people get to know us as well. People, you know, in the classes mention that, you know, like, oh, you're from the podcast.
Yeah.
So that's always like, you know, puts a smile on your face.
It has happened, and also people has told us, oh, it's really good, and that always makes us happy because we try our best, and that's the thing, that we just have to try to be excellent and not perfectionist per se, because then we lose the passion for it. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's nice to, you know, feel like we're getting closer and more ingrained into our school, and that we're becoming this, you know, part of the university instead of just we're at the university.
yeah. So I think that wraps it up perfectly, that we are part of the university,
Yeah, we're a part of the university, and we hope to continue
and we hope to
being part of the
continue.
university for another year. If you guys keep watching. Keep watching, and
So,
we can
keep
obviously
watching.
have our second birthday maybe in another year. So, but again, thank you guys very much for listening to us or watching us, vice versa.
It wouldn't be possible without you.
It would not be possible for us to continue this if we didn't have your loyal viewership. So thank you again for everything, and thank you, Joanna,
Thank
for
you,
supporting
Joanna.
us,
Yeah.
for, you know, helping us learn all of this, and for bringing all this equipment downstairs.
Yeah.
But I think we are happy to be doing this.
Yeah. And just follow us, you know, if you already don't, in Instagram.
If
And
you don't follow us already, why not?
just do it. Why don't?
But yeah, we'll have the tag above to follow us, and again, like and subscribe.
Yay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.